most of this thing naked. Kind of stopped where I was. Went through and started labeling some things, trying to figure out what I don't need. Like the horn, I don't need the horn, so I can get rid of those. Fan, I'm not sure if I can get rid of. A lot of these are trying to figure out what I'm going to bring back into the fender, what's going to go back into the car itself, what I need, what I don't need, the mad, purge, don't need that. You know, I still don't know what the hell these are. I'm trying to figure out. They come off just before the door. And they're on either side. They're super long. Come off just before the door. And they go shooting off into Lord knows where. See, this is the door. This guy just goes off into wherever. I did have a sleeve on it like this one. They share a common ground. I'm not sure where they connect to or what they're supposed to connect to, really. Something at the door, by the door. Maybe it goes up the, oh yeah, maybe it goes up into the motor for the, I don't know, seatbelt clicker. Maybe it's like a seatbelt. Is your seatbelt clicked, or else we can't start the car thing? I don't need it, I don't think. So yeah, right now I'm trying to figure out if I got a door harness for this hot mess. This is the one I pulled off the car, and you'll notice on the very end here there's 3 plugs, and I got myself a new one, but I don't have that piece. Where are you, you son of a bitch? That's off of this car. I don't know, wherever it is. I do not have this plug on there. I can't figure out what it is. So I was able to trace that it's a blue and green wire back into this mess, which translates back over into this mess. And I do have it on, it is on the door plug here, and it goes in, it wraps in and goes in there, and that's kind of where I'm at. Along with getting rid of the cruise control stuff and the safety seatbelt stuff over here. So I'm just going to get this stuff more naked, I guess. Alright, so after tracing it all the way back, turns out it's part of the SRS system. Something about the seat belts. So it doesn't have anything to do with me, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. It is nice to get that thing a little more naked. Already planning on pulling stuff back. I don't know if that's like a whole day thing, or because I've already kind of got my mind in like 5 different spots right now. Painting the hood and doing the front bumper and shit, so yeah, I don't know. So I just confirmed with the multimeter that this whole pack of SRS are here. You'll notice that one black goes to this ground right here, and the rest of these, there's a red and white, or a white and red, and a white and green that goes to this long sucker. I am confirming all of these with continuity. And then the other 4 here are over here. Where'd they go? These ones. So it's just a straight shot to these 4 back to the SRS. And then these 2 right here. So, alright, we've already got 4 wires there and 4 wires here I can get rid of. 5 if you count one of these grounds. Curious as to what the other one goes to. Probably right back to this other SRS, which I want to figure out. It shouldn't be too hard to figure out, considering they're all just kind of lumped together. I might have just, yeah, I think I solved that problem. A long weird one, it's SRS. Just trying to kind of, I was going to make another rhyme. Trying to kind of find a way to flipping, ripping, dipping. Yeah, if that doesn't give you a headache. I actually love this. In hog heaven sitting out here. Got everything kind of the way it should be. this door harness that came off of this guy. All these chopped up right here go to that, which is that corresponding one right there. Old, new. This is what I was talking about. The old one has the 3 on the end. And the new one only has the 2. I believe this one is off a LX, or yeah, it's got to be an LX because it has the power windows and mirrors. Everything else matches up except for that, which traces back to, you guessed it, SRS. There's a lot of that I'm going to be getting rid of. So that alone is going to, you know, all these wires plus these big ones and all the way through and up. School bus backing up because he's realizing he can't make that turn. And the cruise control stuff. He's going for it. You can't see, but that's like a very steep hill. There's a reason you're not supposed to turn there. Anyways, yeah. Got this screen thing here. It's keeping it really cool in here. The jazz and the relax. I got this guy out here on a beautiful Sunday, ready to start tackling some of this what to keep, what to get rid of. I'm gonna get rid of the easy stuff first. Like I was saying, all the SRS and cruise control stuff. So, see where that gets me. Also the horn, maybe a couple other things. Right, so I got the cruise control all off. There was one blue wire that went over here. The rest of them pretty much went over here. This pink one went to the back. A couple right here. A couple up to this brake. Green, and then a gray one that went up here. There's a couple other ones. I don't remember exactly where they went, but there was like 3 of them that went to this whole plug, which goes up to the engine bay that was up here by the lighting. On that one, so there goes that. Goodbye, cruise control. It's delving into this SRS system. This is pretty much one big one right off the bat. But it did have a ground clipped up over here. I believe these two came quite a different spots. So that's where I clipped that one from. It says SRS. If you follow this red wire out to this long one that goes out to the seatbelt thing, comes back to right here, which is connected to this wire. So I guess I can get rid of both of these little ones and keep the big boy trucking. It goes back here somewhere, and then this one goes back. They probably end up meeting up together, but I'll have to figure that out. Alright, SRS system's out. Got it nice and good. Cruise control, SRS. Up next, horn. Alright, horns are pulled. What next? Alright, well that's what's left. Let's get a lot more off. Total, I got the SRS, the cruise control. Managed to get the shock tower driver's side with all the ignition ones all the way back to the ECU, the PA sensor, the driver passenger side shock tower, all the distributor shielded wire and stuff back to the ECU except for 2 which are on the PA sensor, the 2 horns, an excess windshield wiper that I had, the what is that? The purge cutoff solenoid and the map sensor, and a couple of rubbers that I had to cut right in half. Unfortunately, but I need to get at them. Didn't throw anything away. I took it all back down to whatever it was. Looking pretty shy on the ECU side here. Did some rerunning, not a whole lot. Got my blower motor stuff right here. Basically the 2 that I need to plug in. This three that are going to the black fuse box that used to be under the hood. Windshield wiper motor, don't know if I'm going to extend that or hardwire it. These got to get kind of extended back and folded over to be put further back in the fender. I'm going to need to repin these. Some of them are broken. Other than that, the door is good. The fan, I need to hardwire the other side of the clip into that. Got that cut off in the engine bay. Other than that, the headlights, this one got clipped and I pulled it. On the baby, I hardwire them anyways. This is the clock and the AC and the cigarette lighter, which I was going to get rid of, but then I decided it might be nice to have just a power line running right there, even though it's not going to be power to it. But it might be because of the ECU, who knows. Mil spec, check engine light, I'm going to hook up to my thing. Ran back the windshield wiper motor. This one you can see a lot better what I mean. You're going to repin and redo those. Other than that, this is just the headlights running up front. That's that. I didn't even touch that part, so that's a mirror and the power steering or the stuff. So yeah. I broke out a little bit of brake cleaner and some electronics cleaner here. Trying to see where I'm at. This side, these two are for the SRS. I'm not worried about those. But I have three here that are broken, just snapped off. You can see there's a couple more in there that are ready to go, so I'm gonna have to do some repinning. Probably cut it back to like here, maybe here, and extend all these back out an inch or so and repin them. I'm gonna pull one out to see what exactly I'm looking at. I know this black one's gonna be a little bit bigger, but what kind of pins I need for these. This side actually looks alright. Here's the accompanying SRS's. It's pretty good down there. No major cracks or breaks. A lot less going on this door than on that door. So it's got all the power windows and stuff. All that crap. So a bunch more wires over here. So I'm going to depin one of these and see where we're at. Alright, on the left is the OEM one. On the right is man. It's a little goofy, but OEM is man. It's the second time I've ever tried to use this thing, so luckily I have quite a bit of these. Just 25 there and four more things of 25. I ordered 5 each and the dealership screwed up and sent me 5 bags of 25 each. So they literally have a gold mine here. They tried to claw some back. I said nah. Alright, so I made little pigtail ones for each of them. And so we made this guy, which is rather helpful. Corresponds to this dude like such. And I got all these little ones. And I got them marked off here where I want to cut each one individually and do them. You can see, give myself plenty of little room here for any happy little mistakes or just extending it in general. So now I'm going to start cutting these and soldering them on one at a time here. Alright, I realized that this thing, if I cut them where I was going to cut it, the natural bend to where it goes into the car would be right on where all the solderings are. So I moved them down a couple inches and remarked it right here. Just pulled the first one and get started. Alright, got them all done. All I need to do now is just put one big piece of electric tape around this and it should be good to go, nice and tight. Make sure all these are touching each other. So when I turn on my car, all the windows go down and up and down and up and the mirrors move everywhere and all that jazz all at once. Alright, so this is pretty much done. I gotta do shrink wrap on these guys, and then get a common length for them all, and then start putting on other things. Alright, get these guys nice and, or gals, whatever, nice and structurally more sound, I guess. I really give a shit about. So these I'm going to have to figure out the length that I want, and then I can cut them and start crimping them. But for now, I am done with the ye old soldering and shrinkage. Alright, got quite a bit done. Got it all patched up, the main part of the harness here. And then I've got some smaller tubage to finish off these smaller pieces, like for the ECU plugs, the doors, which we did get all wired and plugged yesterday. Got it, pull this back, so you get it all nice and plugged back in, nice and crimped. This guy's gonna go on, I don't know if I'm gonna use this or a smaller piece, but tape that up, tape this guy up, and then hopefully get it in the car. It was raining pretty good. I had to bring out the tent, on and off, good rain. So yeah, just back to more wrapping up. Alright, so here it is, all said and done. Got the door. This is for the windshield wiper. It's going back to this guy. The ground, the rear harness stuff. Shoots off. This will be coming out inside the fender liner. It's got all the headlights. Added these for the headlights, some nice Deutsch connectors. That's that stuff. The brake fluid, warning light thing, there's that. I got all the stuff that goes up into the dash, separated. Steering wheel, wiper stuff, mirrors, etc. That connects to the dash, ignition. So that's all that stuff. I did keep the form, but I wasn't able to get the plastic back on there, so there's that. My mill engine light. This stuff's going up to the AC, cigarette lighter, and clock. Got the original ECU. These are still exposed because I need to wire in the wire harness. Over here I got the windshield wiper motor. I'm going to take the other plug and extend it, snip it at the motor, and bring this inside. So the plug will be living inside. I got the heater, the blower motor, etc. This is for the under hood fuse box. Pretty easy. This is the shock tower. The other thing, these are going to plug directly into the wire harness. This guy's going up and out the fender wall. These will live in the fender. And then obviously just more headlights. I got the coolant fan wire running right here. Also on both sides I have the fender blinker lights tacked off, so those are ready for those guys. All in all, it's said and done. It is ready to go in.